The Rippaverse has been an unbelievable success. In just 2 years, we've sold over $10 million in comics and merchandise. To be a completely independent company, that is unprecedented. That said, in recent years, there has been this rise in independent creativity because the means have been more affordable. Social media allows you to connect with audiences, and through funding efforts like crowdfunding, people can have their visions come to life. True decentralization. I bring this up because we aren't the only gig in town. There's a mountain of other independent creators doing their thing, and I love to see it. The pie isn't fixed. Just because one person or company is seeing success does not mean they are taking away from others. Anybody suggesting that is either a socialist or economically illiterate, no matter what they politically or socially claim to be. So in this video, I want to shout out some independent creators and comics that you should check out. This isn't a master list of all of the awesome indie creators out there. I couldn't possibly come up with that, but these are some that I think you should check out. These are creators that can be vouched for by their fans and are professional enough to follow through with their creativity. Many I know personally, and some I've had the opportunity to work with. Others I've only talked to in passing, and I've admired their work from afar. We have a bunch here, and this isn't meant to be a deep dive, but if you're watching this on YouTube, we will have links in the description about the creators, should you want more information. Starting off with Razorfist, you may know him from his YouTube, but he's also one hell of a writer. He's done novels part of his Night Vale series, such as The Long Moon Night and Death Mask. And he's also written a graphic novel with George Alexopoulos titled Ghost of the Badlands. If you're into Westerns, this is something that I personally recommend because I got it. Next is Irene Strakowski, aka Rini. She did one of the ISOM posters, which is up for sale in our store at Rippaverse.com. But she has her own comics like the Fiendish series, which is very much in the fantasy genre. For those that like material that prioritizes its lore and world building, Fiendish is a great option. Then there's our man Gabe El Taib, who's the colorist of ISOM 1 and 2. He's no longer coloring ISOM because he's launched his own company called Big Man Comics. He's since teamed up with Dean Cain and others to produce some action-adventure comics, and he has plenty of others on the way. Paul Thayer is someone that I've been watching do his thing in crowdfunding. He's been killing it, and he's very productive. Project Neosis is something that you should check out. I believe he's launched the 5th installment for it, or he's about to, and he's very active on Kickstarter, so be sure to keep up with him. He also appears at a lot of cons. My man's Jack V. Lloyd is someone that I've known for a long time. His Volunteerist series is something that I believe he's been doing for well over a decade, since like 2012, which really makes him one of the OG crowdfunders. You can learn more about what he's doing at volcomic.com, where he has information about his campaigns, his characters, and so forth. Check out The Volunteerist. Patrick Thomas Parnell has been grinding with Riot Press. He's obviously an artist that has done several campaigns, but he's also been very active in the toy market, which is very cool to see among independents. You may know him from designing the Document cards under the Rippaverse, but you should for sure check out everything that he's doing. Phil Diaz is another person that I've watched from afar. He's been killing it with his own brand in Zay Comics. They have an active crowdfunding campaign for a book called Psycho Slumber, which you should go check out on Indiegogo. If you head over to zaycomics.com, you can get caught up on some of the other works that's part of the Lost Pages or Magic Cop. Von Coleman is a younger writer who has an active campaign right now. It has been cool to see some of the young talent that's coming up doing their thing, and he's doing Phenomenova #1, which is his own series. If you're looking for some more superhero stuff, go check out Phenomenova, which you can back at fundmycomic.com, Kickstarter, or Indiegogo. Narwhal, who many highlight as one of the better writers, has a book called Earthbound that you can grab from his eBay store right now. He has a really unique art style, and you can also grab it from his Gumroad digitally. John De La Rose has several novels that he's done throughout the years, and his science fiction graphic novel titled The Hidden Emperor with artist Miss Crimson is live right now over on Kickstarter. Check it out. Pat Shan is someone that I've never interacted with in my life. I'm highlighting him because of his professionalism. Crowdfunding sometimes gets a bad rap due to the lack of business sense from some of its creators or just general laziness. But there are those that use this responsibly. Pat Chan is one of them. He is the owner of Space Between Entertainment. Last year, his company kickstarted 16 comics and fulfilled 14. That doesn't even include the dozens of other ones that he's done before that through the years. So you must respect someone that runs a tight ship and services his customers. He's taking advantage of the beauty that is crowdfunding and the opportunities and doors that it's opened. Though most people that I've named are relatively young, there are some veterans out there that have been part of the comic industry that are doing things independently now. You have Graham Nolan with Compass Comics, Aaron Lopresti with Empire Comics, and Billy Tucci, who's still doing his thing with Sheep. Lastly, there's Iconic Comics, fellow Texas comic book publishers. Everything that they're doing is incredibly inspiring. They've exploded over the last years, and properties like Common America has a legitimate fan base in Japan. They just wrapped up fulfillment for their 9th volume, but they have other properties that you should check out as well. Douglas Ernst's Soul Finder series also has a following, and it sits in a completely different genre from Common America. Head over to iconiccomics.com for more information. Of course, there's also creators that are publishing through Ripasend, such as Jay and Yellow Flash. Their books will be launching soon, and we'll keep you posted. Jay had already published an all-ages book called Achromatic Chronicles Blue, but the upcoming campaign for Green will have a reprint of Blue. Those will be hosted on Ripasend.com. As I said at the beginning of the video, this was just to put a spotlight on some of these other creators. For more information about their stories, head over to their respective campaigns and websites. There are hundreds of other creators out there that I didn't name that are also doing a great job. If the Western comic book industry is to thrive, it's going to take work from individual creators. Unfortunately, there's a lot of unnecessary, envious, catty behavior by many, which doesn't really help this market at all. Everybody is finding their way, building their own audiences, and coming up with their own successful business strategies. Again, remember that other people being successful does not take away from you. There's a gigantic audience waiting. They're craving for comics. It's up to you to service them. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.